and stuff like that. But yeah, so Wazoo was the first university to.
Just for people with anything from like dyslexia to autism.
It can be for them, but I've seen completely normal people having IEPs. It's just like learning social thing. It's not people with really bad mental problems. Like it's not specifically for them.
Okay.
But yeah, so
if you had to identify the source of your learning difficulty, what would you call
it? Paying attention. I'm not very good at paying attention in class.
Focus?
Yeah, focus.
Gotcha. Do you take any medication for that? Or?
No.
Okay.
But Wazoo is the first university that works with people with IEPs, or NMSU, which has a really good. I'm taking police forensics this year.
Oh yeah.
And I'm really interested in what happens.
Yeah.
And really, the first unit of police forensics was myths versus facts of CSI. So we learned about like the myths of CSI. We learned about the CSI effect, which is where if juries don't have good evidence, like, oh, they don't have DNA, they must not be very good. This person's obviously not guilty. Stuff like that. Because of the shows and all that. They don't carry guns. Real CSIs don't carry guns. They don't try and look their best at crime scenes.
Like they do on TV.
Yeah.
Right.
But.
Yeah.
But they've created a recent. Actually, this year they started a criminology department.
So you're interested in where? WSU or
NMSU.
What is that?
New Mexico State.
Oh, New Mexico State. Okay. How do you think people? In what way do you think people most misunderstand you?
This is probably a hard one. Probably the way they most likely is because they've always heard stories about because there were people that were in elementary school when it was really hard for me to control my emotions. So they hear that and they instantly think, like, they don't ever think about the fact that I may have gotten better at controlling it. They always think of worst cases. So
you used to lose it a lot, just cry and tantrum?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. When's the last time you've done that?
5th grade.
So excuse me, you've had at least 4 years of change, but some people still have a label on you.
Yeah.
That's got to be frustrating. Okay. When you get older, do you want to be married?
Haven't really thought that far yet, but it'd be nice to have it'd be nice to have someone around, but it may be like too much for me because, as I said before, I'm still working on being social a lot. Still working on that.
Would you like to have kids?
No.
Really?
No.
No interest in kids?
Yeah.
Okay. It's weird because you would strike me as being a really good father. Okay. Do you ever feel any social pressures to do things some other high school kids do, like party? Or...
No. I'm not. I'm really not into big parties. I'm not a party person.
Yeah.
It's sort of going back to your son Oliver, because I watch these really cool videos by this YouTube channel, and they talk about it was titled "The Resolution of the Human Eye," and talks about how things above all any resolution above 720 pixels per, your is moving too fast and it's too high definition for your brain for your eyes to fully pay attention to what's going on. So it can mess with you really bad. That's what causes people, if they've been on a screen for a really long time, that's what gives people headaches. That's what makes people's eyes hurt. So it's like it doesn't happen to a lot of people. It happens to most people, including me. But it takes me a bit longer.
You feel that?
Yeah, I feel it's not both my eyes. It's always my left eye. It's never my right one.
Always your left eye.
Yeah, eventually my right eye starts hurting.
Yeah.
But only after like 3 hours after my left.
What sort of music do you like?
I've really started getting into Frank Sinatra. I'm a really big Frank Sinatra person.
Really?
I like the old alternative rock. Like I'm starting to get into Nirvana. I've started Smashing Pumpkins. I'm listening to The Who. All those old.
Yeah.
All that old music. Seattle Sound.
Pearl Jam.
Yeah, I've got all their songs.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay. What do you think your biggest fear is? I don't mean spiders. I mean something that's more life fear. Like some people are afraid of relationships, some people afraid of death, some people afraid of failure, some people afraid of abandonment. What do you think you're most afraid of?
Probably abandonment by family.
Why is that a fear?
Because really my family is the one group that I am really social with. I'm really social with my family. So if I lose them, like they leave, I lose really my one contact with people.
Yeah, okay,
So.
that makes perfect sense. So they're where you can be completely at home and completely be yourself. You don't have to perform. You don't have to worry about being judged.
Yeah.
All those things. Yeah.
And sort of with this other like phobias and scares of that, there are more people are scared of the number one fear of America is speaking in front of a crowd. Number 2 is death. So I'm also into comedy, and I watched a Jerry Seinfeld thing, and he put it into a really good saying, because he also saw the same thing, and he said that so if you're at a funeral, you'd rather be in the casket than doing the eulogy. That's basically what it is. So.
Yeah, that is right. Do you? What's your idea of a perfect Friday night?
At home on the couch. Just sitting there all day.
Gotcha.
Night.
So you never get terribly lonely?
No. It'll take a really long time for me to get lonely.
Okay. Do you have anybody that you can talk about your problems to?
Other than my parents, not really. I mean, there's the school counselors and Rick, but other than my parents, they're the only two people. The only two.
Do you feel comfortable telling them everything?
Not everything. Like there's some really personal stuff, but so.
And so do you have anybody you talk to really personal stuff about, or is that just all to yourself?
It's all to myself. I'm also pretty good at keeping secrets.
Is that... Do you ever wish you could share it with somebody, or is it the sort of stuff that you're...
It's the stuff that I prefer keeping quiet.
Gotcha. Okay. What would you like to know most about your future?
Probably what line of work do I have?
Okay. So you're 15. Most kids have sometimes an embarrassing story about when they first learned out about how babies were made. How did you learn? Where were you? Who told you? And what was your reaction?
What actually was I first got the idea of it in 5th grade with this health group with Flash. I guess that was really the first time where I really learned it was Flash.
Yeah.
In 5th grade.
So your parents didn't sit you down and have the talk?
No.
Okay. And so did you just kind of figure it out from there?
Yeah, pretty much.
What was your reaction?
I didn't really say gross, but and it was really disturbing when I first heard about it. But
I just tuned into this at the moment because Oliver and Leah just found out, like in the last 3 months. Up to that point, they were very happy, thinking babies are made by kissing. You know, and then Leah went to that in 5th grade in that class, and she came back, and you know, we talked about the way it really happens.
Yeah, and the main part that everybody hates of Flash, the puberty session. I was actually really lucky because my sister, when she was doing trampoline tumbling, she had regionals those 2 days, so I missed those 2 days of school because I got to go with her too. At Las Vegas for her tournament.
So you never got to understand puberty?
No, but then 7th grade came around and I was required to take health.
Oh, I see.
So, and there was nothing to take me out of that.
Okay. Did you feel when you went through puberty any different sort of, because you talk about the difference between you in 5th grade and you now, did you feel any chemical difference in your body?
Not really.
Hormones?
No.
Anything like that?
I just sweat more.
Just sweat more. Okay. Best gift you've ever received?
It's a hard one. I'm not quite really able to answer that. I can't really think of anything.
Okay. If your house caught on fire and you could grab one thing, what would you grab?
One inanimate thing?
Yeah, assuming your family's out of the house.
Including pets?
How many pets do you have?
Oh gosh. Well, we've got 3 pets that already live outside because we've got 3 chickens now.
Right.
We've got my hedgehog, we've got a dog and a cat.
Okay. No, not including pets. You can grab one. What would you grab?
Not including pets?
Yeah, you have to, if you want to save a pet, you got to pick one.
See, the cat normally sleeps outside. The hedgehog would be easier to grab.
Which one do you like more?
I like them both because I'd probably have to say the hedgehog because the dog will probably be easier. It will probably get out on its own.
Yeah, because otherwise hedgehogs in a
Box,
cage
yeah.
and trying to become fried hedgehog. Okay. Okay. I want you to hang here just for a minute.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Okay.